fourth recording of our podcast. A few good friends are here. I'm one of them, Simon.
I'm Dana.
I'm Amon. That was a great sentence.
Here's the thing, though. You don't edit these, and so you don't hear all the times that each intro sounds the exact same because it's always like, I'm Simon, and I'm here.
He never sings.
Do a thing.
Also alive.
Yeah.
So we have
much.
another Tippy Top today. We also have a special sort of show and tell experiment that we're going to do for y'all. That'll also have a YouTube video component.
Ooh.
I know.
Visual.
Multimedia.
Yeah, crazy.
Things I can see with my eyes.
You can check that out on our YouTube channel. But before that, the Tippy Top for today is, on the surface, it's going to sound real sad, and dark, but it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be.
So it's top ways to die. And I was thinking about this in a lot of different ways. First of which being, death is a very serious subject and we analyze it in a lot of different ways. But it doesn't always have to be sort of like a negative thing, like it's a natural part of life, and I think it sort of scares a lot of us when we think about it. So we wanted to sort of open it up a little bit and maybe make it a little less scary, maybe just for myself. But I think for people people in general. So yeah, I was sort of there's a few things I want to sort of go over because there are so many horrible ways to die.
Indeed.
So many.
There's a lot.
Uh-huh.
Isn't there a show that's like 1001 ways to die or something?
Yeah, it was on Spike TV. I used to
was
watch
it 1000 or 100?
Chestnut.
That chestnut of a show.
Chestnut of Spike TV, man. Anyway.
Spike TV was great.
I mean, it's still a channel.
I don't have
Yeah,
TV
it
now.
is. Oh, what's cable?
Let me ask y'all this. Do you think it's better to know you're about to die?
No.
Or to just die?
Here's the thing. Now, when you say to know you're about to die, is this like...
I think it really depends.
Is this like Real Big Fish? Like you look into the old woman's eyes and see how you die? Like...
It could be a Real Big Fish situation.
Or is this like...
Or it could be like, I'm on a plane, it's going down.
I think yes and no.
Yeah, I
think
follow yes and no.
situationally, maybe. Because if it's like... Because depending on how you're going to die, it's either going to be like, I can come to terms with this before it happens and I don't have to spend my time freaking out about it. Or this is going to haunt me until it happens. Mm-hmm. Which is like, they both could be positive and very negative. So, yeah, like, if like, someone was like, hey, you're going to die at this specific time, at this specific place, in this specific way, that would haunt me forever because then I would be like trying to avoid that thing or like not do that thing or something.
See, I feel like that would give me more freedom. I wouldn't be afraid of jumping out of a plane with a parachute strapped to my back.
Or without one.
Or without one.
I was like, why would you be afraid of that, period?
Well, because I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of planes going down as well.
What if it was like, you will die on a plane? Would you still go on planes? Like they didn't tell you what plane. Like you will die on a plane.
Would I die on the plane or would I die from the crash of a plane?
See, I think that's like crippling. If someone
I would never go. Yeah, I would never go on a plane again.
Plane. Yeah,
but
why
then
would that be like? Why would that not give you? So you'd be like, oh, now I can just drive recklessly, knowing that I'll never die because I'm dying by plane.
No. I'm saying
I'm dying by plane.
The plane like crashes into your car. And you're like, yeah, plot twist.
No, I'm saying like if somebody told you like you're going to die on this specific date at this specific time, then I would have no fear of doing anything. That because it would be like today's not that day. Whip a bone walking in traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that. There was
I think it does. It does sort of like free you up in that regard. But so what you were saying was like if you would have time to come to terms with it,
right,
or whatever. Like,
well, let's say it is the plane scenario, but you're already on that flight, and you know that this is the flight that I'm gonna die on. Then I think that it's less of like what can I do in my life to stop this, or what can I not have fear about, in the sense, and more of like, I don't have to just freak out this whole flight when something starts going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that this is my time, and I've already, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like for me, it's like, yes, I agree with you, Dana. Like, if you know like time in advance, you can have like no fear doing other things. But like, let's say you get on this 2-hour flight. 1 hour into the flight, you know that the plane at some point in the next hour is going to crash and you are going to die. Is that something that you would rather like know getting on that flight, or like not know getting on that flight? I'd say no, because then like that last hour, instead of like freaking out and like everything up until the point of crash is anxiety, it could just be like, I know this is going to happen, and I know nothing I'm going to do is going to change this, so I can like be at peace with my death.
I would have anxiety either way.
Okay, what if it was like,
I mean, I
instead of
understand
like
what
the
you're saying.
plane going down, and it was sort of a longer sort of event, like, oh, I've got to get ready, and like, oh, now the plane's going down, oh, it's about to happen. What if it was just like explosion?
Oh,
Like the plane
there's
just
a bomb-
explodes
there's a
at some
bomb
point, yeah.
on this plane, and there's no way to get it off.
See, but then
Without-
okay, so would you die in the explosion?
Yeah,
Yeah,
immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like as soon as it goes off,
I would be
everyone's
okay with that.
vaporized.
Because here's the thing that I freak out about planes, and I still do, even though I've been on many planes, is I don't have control of the plane. And so if like a plane is going down, anything I grab onto is also going down.
It's true.
True.
And so that's what stresses me out, because it's like there's nothing I can grab onto to be like biplane. Like I can't, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't have like a Mary
Just
Poppins
Iron Man
umbrella.
this real quick.
Yeah. So it's like I have like, so if it was a thing where I died in an explosion fast, I'd be okay. If I didn't die in that explosion and then the rest of my life was falling to the ground, that's more terrifying.
That's
to me.
harder for me to come to grips with, I
Yes.
think. Is like the actual, like, when it gets to the point of like, oh, now the plane is actually going down.
Yeah.
And I have like, I don't know, like 23 seconds
Yes.
before imminent disaster.
Yeah. That's, I mean, I get what you're saying, yeah.
Do you die on impact?
I guess so.
I guess it depends on how good the pilot is.
Again, I'll like go into the Hudson River.
Good one.
That wasn't a joke. That was a story.
It was a really good story I told.
It was a story that I reminisced
all
about.
just- Lightly float down and gracefully land on the water of the Hudson
this-
River.
Okay, so
I'm
if
just
you
gonna look
could
right at you, Simon.
choose how you're going to die, would you, okay. I was thinking about,
Death.
you know, like, well, like, you know how people have like the assisted suicide thing, where people who are like super old or whatever, you know, and like are done with life basically and want to move on. And I was thinking, it's like, man, there's a business opportunity in here, and this is where it's going to get a little weird, but here's my Shark Tank pitch for my new
Okay.
international waters business.
Oh.
Where you facilitate people's insane death wishes.
Okay.
So
Go on.
Okay, so say you've got, I don't know, a 75-year-old person who has terminal, like some sort of terminal illness, and would have to go through whatever the circumstances are, doesn't want to live anymore. And they're like, but I don't just want to die in my hospital bed. I want to, I don't know, jump into a volcano. And that's how I want to go out. And it's like, okay, hop on my death boat and let's go find a volcano.
I think
And
that-
for this sum of money, I will chuck you into this volcano.
but here's where it gets a little sketch, is what if
The family
they're-
sues you.
Well, no. Well, that's the whole thing with assisted suicide. But what if all that was out of the way?
All the legal
Yes.
aspects.
This was a thing that's been years now, and like everyone's like,
On
oh, okay,
board.
it's just what it is.
Just what it is. Unprofitable. Just what it is.
What if someone's dream was to die in a plane crash? Now,
That'd be very expensive.
it would be very expensive, but then also would it injure Like, how would they pilot it? Would we have to come up with some way to like remotely
yeah.
pilot?
Get a
Because
robot
we
in
Yeah,
can't
it would
like
just be like a remotely piloted system.
unless there's like a pilot who's like, bro, same, and like just
Me
gets in
too.
the just
Man, I've
gets
been
in
on
the
the waiting
plane.
list for so long for this moment.
And he just like hops in, is like, let's go, and just
But that would, I mean, I know we said like legal things aside, but that would cause its own like legalities because then that person would technically be killing another person.
that's what I'm saying.
What if it
Legal
was a
stuff aside,
co-pilot?
Sorry, it's just hard not to think about that.
well, just don't.
Yeah,
okay,
just don't.
No, okay. So like a radical assisted suicide, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds even worse when you put that word on it.
Well, I mean like radical and like radical.
Assisted suicide. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely
I think
ethical.
that it would have to be more like just straight bonkers than what you're describing for me to be like on board. Like, I want to drown in a vat of macaroni and cheese, and I'd be like, okay, let's make that happen. See, that sounds like more of like a yeah, let's do this than like a I want to be dropped in a volcano. It's like, yeah, that's kind of audacious, but it's still like people die at volcanoes all the time. Like, it's not like, oh, I drowned in macaroni and cheese. Like, that doesn't happen.
That
So
sounds
it's
more like a YouTube video.
Is this like make a death wish? Like
Maybe.
maybe
Yes.
that person just really
It's called Make a Death Wish.
right.
it's like that person just really liked macaroni and cheese. Like,
Yeah.
it's not because they like didn't want to die doing that. They did want to die doing that. Like,
Because I mean, that's the thing is like maybe you're helping to advance science. Not with the mac and cheese thing.
with the mac and cheese thing.
Not with the mac and cheese.
The scientists want to see how much of that mac and cheese will absorb into your body before it'll just give up.
In my brain, I was picturing the volcano.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa.
But I mean, like, what if like you like win like I don't know with all this monitor stuff, and they were like, all right, you're
If-
helping us to determine like.
Well, speaking of science, here's the science. If they could download your brain
Right.
and keep you alive, or whatever, if they could download your consciousness after your body dies, are you still dead?
Yes.
Your body's dead. Or you as a person are
I
dead.
mean, it depends on what you define you as a person.
Where would they put me? Where would they put my consciousness?
On
I can't say that.
a flash drive that gets booted into a
cyborg.
cool cyborg, yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's like what it depends on what you describe as you. Is it your brain or is it your soul, quote unquote?
But what, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm asking.
I'd say no, it's not you. I think it's a reflection of who you were, but I don't think it's you.
So is like the soul then created like separate from just like a consciousness?
I think so. I mean, yeah, like your spirit, for lack of better terms.
Mm-hmm. Would you do it?
If I had died prematurely, maybe, but not if I was like done with life. Probably
Like if you're like 90 years old?
yeah, probably not.
Could you imagine one dude? He's like 90 and he's like, my dream has been to just die in a volcano. And then he does, and then they go to his house, and they're like, what's this flash drive? And they put it in, he's like, suckers! And he's like still there.
We were sort of like talking about this cursory like the other day. I was thinking, man, it'd be so great to be able to live on in that sort of form because no one would be expecting anything out of you. Like there's like this sort of impotence that gets put on you when you were like a full, complete, like flesh body person, you know, where it's like, oh, like you have, you know,
Flesh
you have a
body.
natural progression. You have like things you're supposed to accomplish as a human being. There's like certain things people are expecting out of you. But if you are just a sort of consciousness in a metal body that like you have lived a full life from, you know, say whatever to 90 years old, like you've accomplished everything like quote unquote you set out to do. But then it's like, man, now I just have now I'm just sort of like this consciousness in some sort of container and I can just play video games forever.
Is this at the beginning of this technology or like after it's been developed for a very long time is the real question.
What is?
Because if you're like one of the first people to do this, then there's no way that you have a life. You're just a test subject for everything. But if this kind of technology has been around for a while where you don't have to be some sort of guinea pig, then you could probably do what you just described.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a Black Mirror about this?
I don't know. Is there?
I don't know. I stopped watching that show because it's depressing.
It was in the first season, I think. Either the first or second. It was where like this wife and husband, and I think she was pregnant at the time. They got in a car accident and he died. And there was a way.
Oh yeah, she got like his.
Yeah, she got like his consciousness, and then it was like so she would like text him and like write him emails or whatever, something with a computer where he would like do whatever.
Text back and stuff.
Yeah,
like
and
you
it
could
was like,
email
but it
him
was
back.
like his own words.
Weird.
And then it
then
advanced
you
to
could,
a
like,
point.
upgrade,
Yeah, it
yeah.
advanced to a point where she got like this cyborg that looked exactly like him.
Had like human
Yeah,
feeling skin.
Yeah,
and
so
did
it
all
looked
the things
like
that like a human,
human.
would do.
but then it got to a point where like she started to kind of get annoyed because he wasn't human, and so like she would be like laying in bed with him, and he would just like he wouldn't breathe because he didn't need to, and she would be like, "You're annoying me because you're so quiet."
Right.
And like
he
so,
just didn't have like the quirks that like a regular human
Yeah.
would. Like he was too perfect and.
so like it drove her
And it-
crazy.
yeah,
and then
and
she
instead
locked
of
him in
like
the
for
attic.
him like reminding, instead of him like replacing, he was just like haunting it at one point. You know, like just
Yeah,
it was too much of a reminder and less of like a fix.
less of like, oh, it's actually you. And then she locked him in the attic.
Cool.
It's a super happy show. You should continue watching.
I stopped after
I
like
know.
halfway through season 3. I couldn't.
That's fair. But okay. On another note, would you guys ever cryogenically freeze yourselves?
I have a wife, so I would not
Yeah.
like abandon her.
Well, you could
Well, no,
technically
I mean,
do
like-
it together. Don't let that stop you.
I mean, like not like as a healthy person that you are now, but I mean, like if they were like, you have this really
Heck yeah,
this
dude.
disease that we're working on.
Yeah.
Years from now, we might be able to have a cure for it.
Even if it was like, oh, you know, we'll take you 50 years in the future, I'd be like, sure. You know what?
Yeah.
What am I?
I mean, I'd like to say yes, but at the same time, it'd be like, not to be like mushy, but like then I like lose all my friends here, because like we would not be in the same time anymore. Like I would be younger and you guys would be like older or past.
Oh my god, what a movie! Where'd our friend Amon go?
Pretty sure that's
Guess he
already
just
been
disappeared.
a movie.
And
Like
then,
a
like,
lot of movies.
We're really old, and you come back, and you're like the same age, and you're like, "What's up, bro? Heems?"
like a lot of movies.
Check it out. Coming to the theaters.
Brand new movie.
Near you.
Brand new
Brand new
original
concept.
movie. Sorry,
yeah.
we're getting.
That seems like a good place. Let's go into our new show and tell.
Show and tell.
Show and tell.
Show and tell.
Let's
Ready?
go.
Go.
Break.
Good.
Pow.
Welcome to Show and Tell. I'm your good friend, Amon. And this is the judge criteria that I had to come up with as the judge for our Show and Tell today. And I'm going to go through my crazy 20 list of criteria that our two contestants have no idea or have not heard of yet. So out of these 20, I have picked 3 that are also random. I rolled dice to pick those. And those will be what our two contestants are judged on. Depending on what they brought, it may or may not be harder or easier. First contestant,
Hi, I'm your good friend Dana.
we're gonna go through our 3 criteria that she has no idea what they are.
No idea.
And she's already bought her item or items.
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay, just one. So we're gonna read these off and see how nervous she gets. Number 1, can it open a beer bottle?
Okay.
Number 2, most likely to be mistaken for something else. And number 3, will mom approve?
Oh. Okay.
All right, let's see your item.
My item that I found yesterday at a store, thrift store, is a broken skip-it?
Broken skip. It looks kind of like a blender.
Well, so here's the thing. It's a broken skip-it. It doesn't have a thing. Maybe it's a broken. I'm assuming it's a broken skip-it because I had a skip-it as a child, and it had a cover.
Yeah, I had a. That looks scary as a skip-it.
Which is why Mom would not approve.
Yeah, I don't.
So I have to think of a way that Mom would approve. Okay, will it open a beer bottle? I think it would. Here's why.
Why.
Let me explain to you why. What's the craze right now? What's the meme craze right now?
Aliens.
No, well, yes, but no. You know how everybody's doing that weird, like, let me kick a bottle with my foot. And I'll spin and I'll do all this stuff. You could. How cool would it be to swing this thing around and open a beer bottle? And I think like it would because it's got like all the metal bits. It would. You could easily just.
Is
be
it
like,
hard?
Click. Yeah, it's hard.
Is this metal?
Yeah, it's metal.
Are you sure it's metal?
It's not plastic. Wait, don't touch it though. It's metal, dude. It's totally metal.
Definitely plastic.
No, it's a metal.
Bang it on the.
I'm gonna. It's metal. I'm gonna add a sound effect
Yeah,
in post.
yeah,
that makes
yeah.
It sound like metal.
Okay.
But here's the thing: if you're swinging this thing around, this can easily open up. I think this could even with.
Just like a
Yeah.
beer bottle.
I think that could open a beer bottle easily. Wish we had a bottle to prove it.
We don't, but
It opens a beer bottle.
okay.
Trust me.
Very convincing.
Is it? Okay, what was the second one?
Most likely to be mistaken for something else.
I think this could easily be mistaken for a mace or a flail.
Yes. Probably the only two
Here's the
options,
thing.
though.
If you swing this like over your head, like I won't do it because I don't want to kill you because this is metal.
Right.
You know, this could easily be a flail.
Right. Good. So,
That's the only. That's it. This
but
could be
with
mistake-
that
what?
being said,
Yes.
it could either be a flail or a mace. Will Mom approve is the real question.
Yeah, Mom would approve because I would be using protection from medieval times, from
Right,
Vikings,
right.
and from.
But as a skip it,
Pillagers.
would Mom approve?
Yeah, because
don't-
I'm getting exercise.
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
sketch.
But this isn't metal.
It's like sketch it. It's not skip it
no,
anymore.
no. But this isn't metal, so it can't hurt
But
you
I
that
thought
bad.
it was metal.
It's metal for the bottle opener, but it's not metal for momming approving.
Oh, okay.
Momming approving.
Momming approving.
For Mom approving. So I think Mom would definitely approve because she's like, oh, cool, you can use it as a weapon because I'm mistaking it for a flail or a mace.
Right,
Oh, cool, you
right.
can open bottles with it because it's metal. And I totally approve because it's plastic
Mm-hmm.
and you're getting exercise. So I think that this hits all of the criteria.
It hits all the criteria.
Yeah. This broken skip it wins.
It wins
It
this
wins.
round. With no other contestants here. Yes, it wins.
Okay, so I'm in first?
As of right now.
I'm in first.
As of right now.
Of one.
Yes.
I'm in first of one. Oh, which also means I'm in last place.
Yeah, by default, you are first and last place. You both have the best thing and the worst thing.
I hate this. This sucks.
All right, contestant number 2. I'm here with contestant number 2.
It's me. It's me, your good friend Simon.
Awesome. So your 3 criteria that you haven't heard until this moment in time are: can it open a beer bottle?
Interesting.
Most likely to be mistaken for something else.
Okay.
And will Mom approve?
Okay.
So with that, reveal your item.
I want to take you back to a time of the 90s.
Oh, wow.
I found this gem, right, calling to me from the thrift store shelves, just like save me. The powerful imagery, just the girthy heftiness of just like this thing has survived decades of time. And you know what? As far as the criteria goes, this has got to be Mom approved. Like, what mom isn't a fan of keeping your beverages hot or cold at any time of the day, you know. What was the other stuff?
Most likely to be mistaken for something else.
Well, I mean, a model rocket. If you're not looking at the handle, I mean, it could be just a big old piece of plastic. Other than that, I don't really think so. I mean, it says thermos on the top, so that's not
It's like a
great
dead
for
giveaway.
yeah.
Does this come off?
It does come off. I did not wash this now, so
Oh, good.
it will be, I think, aggressively dirty. Yeah, that is
That's
brown, bud.
That's just
You have to
decades of
assume-
time.
Yeah, you have to assume that was gray at one point, but
It was probably white at
it's
one
not
point.
anymore. Can it open a beer bottle?
Can it open a beer
This
bottle?
can most definitely open a beer bottle. I've opened many beer bottles in my time with many different things.
You
And
have to
this
explain
right here,
how you would go about doing that.
the key to opening a beer bottle with something you're not supposed to be able to open a beer bottle with is getting under one of the little crevices that crimp down the thing. And this right there, you could just get that right in there and just pop that sucker right off, I bet. Let's just get, I have not opened this yet. I hope it doesn't
I'm scared.
smell
I'm
or
scared.
have anything.
You should smell it.
No, it's pretty
You
clean.
should smell it.
Okay, there's nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing.
That was scary.
A slight chemically smell, but I think we're okay.
Okay.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
That was a little scary.
I'm 95% sure I could get a beer bottle open with this guy.
I believe you on that one.
As far as the other criteria go, I do think this would go with your shoes pretty well. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I'm thinking of like a lifestyle sort of shoot, that's right there.
I mean, that's not one of the criteria I'm judging on, but
hey,
but kudos.
I remembered it, so that's
Cool.
Great.
Well, awesome. Yeah, I'll have to judge you now
Yeah.
without you watching me, so you can run along yonder. You can go ahead and take your Dunkin' Donuts rocket ship with you. Well, after much deliberation, this was a tight race. Contestant number 2 is our winner. It's
Heck
our
yeah!
winner. And it was
Yeah!
close. It was close.
This is the. I
You
hate
got
this.
wait.
This show
It's
is very
I
dumb.
will give you the ratings.
Give us-
So it was 22 out of 30 to 20 out of 30. It was a close race.
What was the?
Close.
It was a close
was
race.
this because of the extra credit?
No,
BS?
it
Because of
wasn't.
his
No,
shoes?
no, it wasn't actually.
I swear if I find out that it
On two
was.
categories, he did better,
What 2 categories?
and then on one category, he did way worse. See, for yours, you were like mid-table
know.
on all the
You
categories.
can
You did
mistake
well.
that for literally anything.
Right.
Is that the one that I succeeded on?
You did succeed on that one. You got an 8 out of 10 on that.
There's like a million
Most
things
likely
that could
to be mistaken for
But
something
see,
else.
This is the one that I know I failed on. Mom approved.
You got a 6 out of 10 on Mama Approved, and
Yeah.
you got a 6 out of 10 on Can It Open a Beer Bottle.
Yeah.
This can
This
clearly
is-
open up.
Yeah,
It's
this don't freaking
metal.
work.
That would have been very, very tough. It would have been a struggle for you to open a beer
This
bottle.
is metal.
No freaking way.
But when there's moms,
but when it's moms, it's not
plastic.
metal.
I would, if I was
Now-
a mom, I would not get that from like I'm just gonna chop your little toes off with this thing. Look
Now,
at this.
after your
it's like a
description-
flail, man.
Yeah,
This is
which
like,
okay, so that gets mistaken for something.
Yeah, that's why you got
okay.
an 8 out of 10 on that one. So, you got a 9 out of 10 on Can It Open a Beer Bottle, because you did make
This
a good
thing.
point
I'm
about getting
sorry.
under the
this
little
thing,
groove.
This thing could definitely
That-
open
that
a
little-
beer
You're
bottle.
saying
little
this
thing?
would suck more at opening a beer
Yeah,
bottle than that?
actually, yeah. Did you see the
Actually,
little
yes.
mouthpiece thing? That's
Yeah.
practically a beer bottle
Yeah.
opener. Look at that thing. You could
This
just
is
bing.
but that's also plastic.
Right under
Yeah,
there,
but it's
dude.
like a corner of plastic, not
Feel
like
this.
a
This is
edge of
sturdy.
plastic.
Next party we have, I'm bringing this. I'm so sorry.
Freaking dare you.
I'm
freaking dare you. Also, on Will Mom Approve, that's a 10. That's a thermos.
You know Mama
You
approves of
can't.
this. You
It's
know
a
Mama
big
approves of this.
thermos. That's a 10.
Everybody.
not-
That's probably the first
This is
10.
garbage.
That's the first 10, actually. But yeah. But as far as Most likely to be mistaken for something else. That's a 3. You know why? Because that's a
know what
thermos.
this is.
Because it says thermos and also Dunkin'
Also,
Donuts on
it
this
looks
side.
like a thermos and nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, you could have maybe, like, argued for megaphone, but you didn't, so I couldn't give it
megaphone
to
would've
you.
been
That would have been good.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, but I was like,
There
I
was just
can't give
nothing.
that to you.
I was
so-
just standing here literally looking at the word thermos. and I
Although
was
this
like,
is
I
off
can't,
center and
I
it's kind of
can't,
bugging
I
me now,
can't.
huh?
Yeah, but 3 out of 10 for that one. So,
All right, well,
so it's
fine. You know
close
what?
race, but
Hey.
20 out of 30, 22 out of 30,
Fine.
winner.
Winner. Me. I win.
We're all
What
still
do I win?
friends.
You win
Let's skip it.
this sweet high five.
Oh!
Boy, what a hilarious segment that was. We're so
Oh,
entertaining
man.
sometimes.
Had him on.
Oh, he's hilarious.
So good. Tippy top.
Jippy top.
Tippy top. Best ways to die. Top ways to die. Our top 10 ways.
Are we doing 10?
And
Top
I
10,
don't-
top
We never,
It's
we
our top
never
10
really.
list. Yeah.
top 10, top 4?
I'll give it. I think
5.
So
6.
yeah, this is just to
Eight.
go over. This is like good
7.
ways you would sort of like, maybe not like to die. No one wants to die, but where you would sort of appreciate this as opposed to like, feet first through a wood chipper. I don't.
Fair.
That
yeah.
might be someone's wish.
Oh, man, could you freaking
That's-
imagine?
Radical make a death wish, man.
Yeah, maybe they were like paralyzed from the waist down, so they were like, I'm not going to feel it until it gets
No,
halfway through.
but you're definitely gonna feel it when it gets above that.
Maybe they were like paralyzed like all from the neck down. They're just like, I just want to like see myself going through the whole thing. Like,
Awesome. I want to give a quick nod to something. I think we talked about this before. Spaghettification.
yeah, the
Yeah, you
process
talked
of
about-
going
you
through
brought
the
that-
black
yeah.
hole.
That's got to be a really, aggressively strange way to go.
That would be like you'd have to get all the way to a black hole and then die by
Yeah,
black
but there's
hole.
there's two that are
Yeah,
colliding
but with
soon.
our new business, Make a Death Wish, we're super popular.
It's not even a problem.
Yeah,
we
it's
just
not
team
even
up
a
with
problem.
Elon Musk.
He loves this stuff.
You can ride a car out to those death holes. Those
Would you
death
be
holes?
like-
those are black
Devils.
Those are black holes. Oh,
Dead
man.
holes. I mean, that's practically what they are, but yeah.
Okay.
Would you be like in the spaceship? I mean, so you could prolong your life
No,
until
dude.
you were actually being spaghettified.
Well, yeah, I
because you
think-
would die like as soon as you were not in.
I think like you are in a rocket until you hit the event horizon or whatever it is, and then they launch you out in a spacesuit towards.
in a spacesuit.
Yeah,
so you
just
have
towards the
like
hole.
enough oxygen to get you to like.
Yeah. No, they just like with jeans and a t-shirt.
I'm saying that.
But then
I'm
you
just
wouldn't.
saying,
Do you explode or implode in space? I think you explode, right?
not if you're getting spaghettified.
Okay, but I mean, like, if you just go out and like,
I thought it was like all the like the moisture in your body like boils or whatever because it gets like
boils or freezes.
I thought you froze.
it gets like hyper cold, so it
Oh,
boils.
got you. Okay.
Weird.
Yeah,
I don't understand that, but cool.
I don't either, but science, bro.
Science.
I was
bro.
when I took
don't
my
understand.
bartending class. It was one of those things where like, you feel hot because I can't remember. I'm not going to try to explain it because I'm going to
That
make
was
myself
good.
look like an idiot. so we're just going to stop it now.
Sound
All right,
like or
best
look
ways to
like?
die.
I think spaghettification. Just I'm gonna put that on the list just because, man, it's got to be one. You get to die in space, which I think is one thing to do it if you don't want to, but if you are like, this is on my bucket list to go to space, and then I'm gonna die there, and then it's like I'm also going to go someplace literally no one else has ever been before,
Yeah.
and die there. It doesn't sound so
Are
bad.
you sober?
I mean, if you want to be, maybe you
If
want to
die,
get
doesn't
super
matter.
high.
You can
Yeah.
you can take
Can you
all the
imagine how
drugs.
bonkers that would be? Like, not that it wouldn't be bonkers already, but like
Yeah.
you're also just like tripping out of your mind,
As
and
you
then
get
you're going
spaghettified?
into like
That'd be
a
terrifying.
black hole.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Well, but you'd be alive so long to experience the terrifyingness of it.
Yeah, but then you feel like garbage because you just be full. Well, maybe you wouldn't
Yeah,
feel like
I
garbage.
would feel like garbage because you'd be dead.
Spaghettified.
Spaghettified.
And that's our list. I can only think of like food related ones, but they're like I don't know why. It's just like,
Well, you have to think if it's anything food related, it has to be like through drowning in it, right? Or being like beaten to death with it, or like eating so much
just
of it
like
your
just
insides
mere
explode.
impact of this food kills you.
What?
Yeah.
What
What food?
what did you say?
Mere impact of
Like
the
somebody
food.
throwing it at you?
No, like you throwing yourself at it.
Like out of a cannon?
Like you just run towards a giant noodle?
You
No,
can't.
no.
I'm gonna run as fast as I can at this hamburger.
That's a small hamburger. That would be tough. That would be tough.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Please
I just-
explain yourself.
see, like,
because
everything about this, like all these scenarios that like pop into my head are like they just don't make sense. The like scale of them, like where would we get all this food?
dude, make a death wish.
You're thinking way too logically.
Yeah.
So literally like high diving into like a pool of mashed potatoes, but dying on
Yo,
impact.
that's legit. Oh, you wouldn't be able to you wouldn't want to swim.
I don't
want to
drown in them. I want to die in them.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm assuming that we.
I want
Drowning
them
is
to
the
be my
worst.
coffin.
Yeah.
If we make it like with real with
Because
real
like you're
potatoes,
just
so
doing
it's
like
lumpy.
you're just doing a freaking belly flop, and that's gonna kill you.
You're just gonna like explode when you hit them.
Yeah, or it's just
You're
gonna
just like gravy.
Lights out.
Oh man.
That would have to be super high up.
Yeah, like one of those crazy high dives. You always see the videos of from like the GoPro that's on the top, and you're like, "There's no way there's a pool down there."
But I feel like because
like they just jump off, and you're like, "Yeah, that person died."
but even if you jump into water from that height, it doesn't. I mean, it could kill you.
If you were belly flopping, that would for sure kill you.
Well, even that. Well, yeah.
if it didn't,
sure.
it would break
It
every
would break
bone
your
in
bones.
body.
Yeah, because I mean, but that's the thing. It's that surface tension. There's got to be surface tension on.
Oh, I'm sure there's
Potatoes,
surface
right?
tension on
Yeah.
mashed potatoes.
That's hard to say, by the way.
But water has a really, is it low surface tension?
I don't know.
I think I can't remember if it's
If it's low or high.
low or high. Yeah, it's not like, because like when you put water on something and it beads up and then it like breaks and like runs down something, that means it doesn't have a high surface tension. But if it like beads up really well, that means it does have a high surface tension. Correct? Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
But I don't remember how water fits into that.
but also like it's just like giant mashed
I just wanna
potatoes.
look it up.
Because it's like if you jump into mashed potatoes, I don't think that it's going to be like a giant pillow.
No, God no.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's going to be like.
It depends on the height. I think the height is. The
I think
key.
it does depend on the height.
Water has a high surface tension, higher than most other liquids.
So far, our list is spaghetti and mashed potatoes.
The spaghettification
Well, that works because mine's garlic bread. No.
and mashed potatoes.
You know what? I was always okay. This is we have talked about this off mic before. The call of the void, right? Where you're doing something and you're just like, what if I just crashed the car?
Yeah.
And I drive over a bridge every single day to get to work and then back home. And every single time I'm on that bridge, I'm like, what if I just like drove off this bridge?
Mm-hmm.
And like as terrifying as that sounds to me, like I just want to see what it does.
Yeah. One time it would feel real good.
It would feel really cool and badass, and then I would die immediately.
Yeah.
But then also, like, I watch a lot of videos of, like, I know how to get out of a car if there's, like, water. Like, I watched the Mythbusters on it. I've watched, like, all these things where it's, like, take your headrest off and puncture the window and
Yeah.
all this stuff. But it's, like, would I do that, or would I just be in a panic of, like, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God? Mm-hmm. That's a horrible way, I think.
I mean, it is horrible, like the way in which it would happen, but given like the prerequisites we sort of put forth, that it's like, oh, you've lived a full life, you've had all these sorts of things, and so now you're just choosing the way in which you go,
Right.
as opposed to, the grim specter coming for you
Yeah,
whenever
exactly,
it feels
exactly.
like it. So in that case, you're like, I'm 97 years old, and I feel like driving my car up this freaking bridge
Yeah.
that I pass by every day, and thought, man, I wonder what that would be like. Maybe it's
I
time.
do. So that's
But
what I
then
would...
you may drown, and drowning doesn't sound like.
Yeah, I
like
don't
the way
want to try. Yeah, I guess mine goes for the same as yours, Amon.
I don't
Is
wanna
I
drown.
want it on impact. I want
impact death
to die.
That's probably the best way to go in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah, just instant.
No
Or
one wants
like-
to drown.
Or like I
Nobody wants to.
my
drown.
car hits the water and I puncture the window and I swim out and it's all safe and I'm like,
Shark.
yeah.
And then
You know what I
another
mean? Like
car
something-
lands on you.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a piece of the bridge, like the thing just
Like
falls on my
another
head and
guy
I
was
die.
like, "Yeah, that seems like a
That
good
seems
idea."
like fun.
He's like 97 as well. And he's like, I guess we're going this way to work.
I mean, so that's what I would say is just the answering the call of the void.
Answering the call of the void.
That sounds kind of terrifying. Though.
I mean, I'm sure you've had that too,
What?
where you're just like
experienced it.
driving and you're just like, what if I just crash the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mine's
the call
like,
of the
what
void.
if I go into oncoming traffic? Like,
Yeah.
what if I took my
Yeah,
car
yeah,
into
yeah,
oncoming
yeah.
traffic? I wonder, man,
That's the call of the void.
who came up with that terminology?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it almost seems like when/if you gave in to something like that, you would see like the void.
You
Like
would-
it would come and meet you.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like, oh,
Your
hello,
eyeballs
and then
would
you
turn
die. Yeah,
completely
yeah.
dark, and then you'd just be like, oh, I'm doing it. And you're like, oh, God, I hate this.
I think
Call of the Void.
Call of the Void is good, but I think there's like
Well, not it, but yeah.
right. I think a common theme here is like instantaneous sort of, like an
one wants-
instantaneous sort of
yeah.
experience.
Prolonged
Yeah.
thing.
So if in that case, I think maybe like an interesting way to for it to happen if it was just like flash heat, like a freaking like giant like laser beam.
Oh,
like
so
but
someone just just vaporizes you?
yes,
Yeah,
just
I thought
your
about
whole
that.
body's gone.
Just
It's like behind this door is the sun, and they open the door, and it's just like, ah! And then it's over.
kind of
Should've read the
crazy
label.
door is that?
Yeah, I know, right?
That door, what's
It's
it
like
made out
it's
of?
the opposite door to the void. It's like you
Yeah.
open it up, it's the sun, and
This
the
is
other
a
one's the
sucky
void.
hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One's a black hole, one's the sun.
So like is the opposite of that like instead of instant heat, it's just like flash of like cold, so you're just like
Yeah, sub-zeroed. Dude.
yeah, sub-zero.
Oh, and then like your body
fatalities
falls
you.
into like little ice
yeah, it
pieces.
just like shatters, like
Yeah,
you
like
fall,
glass.
it's just like
He kicks you super hard in the chest, and
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
explode.
I think being vaporized because I think like my answer was almost
just vaporized.
like a like Pompeii.
oh yeah,
But see, I don't know if that was fast or not for them.
Yeah, I have no idea. I was thinking about volcano because I brought it up earlier.
Yeah.
But I think it would actually be pretty terrible.
I think it would
to
be
jump into a
horrifying.
volcano.
Well, because there's
you
so
would-
much heat.
You would, yeah, so much heat going down there, and you were going to burn for a long time. It's not that hot where it just
Yeah.
takes you.
I think it is that hot. I think it really depends on where in the volcano you're jumping into. Because if it's bubbling magma, that's gonna just vaporize you.
But if you go feet first,
If you go
It's-
feet first, you're gonna be sweating real hardcore before your
you know
feet
how
hit.
how
I think
fast
it's
you
going to
fall.
be wood chipper.
It's not
situation.
gonna be. You don't fall. Wood chippers run way slower than gravity.
I'm not talking. I'm sorry. If you went like pencil dive, like feet
Yeah.
first, I don't think it's going to just like burn you like a piece
I think
of
it's
paper.
gonna burn you like a piece of paper. I don't know. I think you're just gonna go right because your mass is like heavier than the surface tension of the lava, so it's just gonna be like bloop, and like yes, you'll feel the beginning of it, but by that point you're already dead. Like I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, I'm in the lava and now I'm slowly going down. No, I don't think it's gonna be like that. Especially if
bro.
you're jumping into a volcano. Now, if you were just like stepping into lava that's like flowing, maybe that's the case where you're like, this was a bad decision, and it's like quicksand, you're like slowly going into it. But I think if you're
Quicksand would be
jumping
awful.
into a volcano, I think that's like instant death.
Fair.
Fair. I mean, yeah, because I guess
Because the first point of contact, you're gonna feel that, but I think it's gonna be over too quick for you to just be like, "This was a terrible idea," or like,
oh,
"I
it really
feel
is hot,"
everything,"
and then you die. Yeah.
Because it's gonna be hot even before you get into the volcano. It's gonna be hot
Yeah. Still,
in the helicopter above the
Yeah, none
volcano.
of that-
It's gonna be hot.
none of that seems like a good experience.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Or quicksand.
Quicksand
so
sounds
awful.
awful.
Just drowning in sand.
Part of it too is just you're like it's slow. You're obviously alone, or even worse, someone's standing there like
they can't
nope.
help you.
That's
Nope.
I guess that's a question. Like, if your family was like, "Okay, we support you in jumping into a volcano," will come and they're just like, you're jumping and like as you're passing them by, they're just like, bye. Like that is like the most haunting thing.
Yeah,
And you're just like, oh, there goes my whole family as
No,
you jump into liquid hot magma.
I couldn't have
never
anyone
invite them.
there.
Yeah, I would
No.
never invite anybody.
It's-
But what if
That's
they
a
were like,
very-
you don't have a say, and they're just like,
yeah, you don't have a say because you don't know what day I'm doing this.
This is when Grandpa
This
jumped into the
is a
volcano.
voice recording. I actually already did it.
Oh, nice. Oh, and also I love you 3000. Stupid. Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
it would have to be like solitary. I couldn't bring anyone else. It
No.
would be make a death wish guy or girl is there to help me, to shaman me on my death journey, but no one I know can be there for sure.
To shaman you.
I guess the only other way it's okay is if like you are in the hospital bed and you're going that way and you just go in your sleep. Like obviously that is like the best and you know the most sought after is like you're surrounded by family and all your loved ones and a fulfilled life and you just pass slowly and
Yeah, I mean,
quietly in your sleep.
I get that, but in both of these scenarios, you have a fulfilled life. And so,
Yeah, I still do I do sort of think it is a little bit better in that regard to have more agency over like it's like yes, I am going into space.
right, yeah.
I am going to be spaghettified.
Yeah. Of course, then they'd be like, we need to go through training. It's like, doesn't matter. I'm
Just
like,
put me in the
just
cargo
put me-
hold. I'll be fine.
Just do a thing. Shoot me into space.
Shoot me.
Into space.
Pause. Into space. Into the depths of the ocean where pressure will crush me.
No, I would not want to do that, dude.
No.
That'd be bad.
Because the ocean scares me.
The ocean scares me as well.
It scares me more than space. So,
Yeah, because it's the ocean.
I know.
You can't drown in space.
No, you just suffocate.
You can't drown in space. It's
Can you
insane.
even suffocate in space? Or do you just die before you even get to that
You
point?
die by boiling of the coldness. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, I'm telling
Well,
you, that's the way
that
it
sounds like a
works.
weird
So I'm saying, like,
D&D
does that kill
spell.
you before not having air kills you?
I think so.
I think so too.
So you wouldn't technically
I could-
suffocate in space?
yeah, I
you
can
can
hold my
hold your
breath for, like,
breath for like
a minute or two.
30 seconds.
Yeah, but see,
maybe,
this is the thing
if-
about
on a good
suffocating
day.
is like if somebody like I don't know where I heard this from, and I could be wrong, and here's my whole life just down the drain. If you're trying to choke somebody out,
They're not like, I'm holding my breath, you joke's on you.
no, say you're smothering them with a pillow.
Where are you going with this?
Now, when they stop, okay, you know how like in movies, like they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna smother you with this pillow," and then the person like fights back, and they're like flailing about in the bed or wherever. When they stop, that's not because they have stopped breathing; it's because they've blacked out,
Right.
and then your body goes into auto response to keep you breathing. So technically, the correct way to smother someone with a pillow, no. So technically, it's hard to like. Amon doesn't agree with
I don't know
anything
where
that
you're
I'm
going
saying.
with this. You
I'm
haven't
just saying,
finished.
like,
You're just like,
it's harder to suffocate, like, I guess, because
But is it like, but if space is a vacuum, is
Well,
it
yeah, in
literally
space.
sucking your air out? It's not just you like not having air to breathe, but literally like if you opened your mouth, like the air would escape.
Oh yeah, I bet
you.
it would pull out of your lungs.
Yeah,
because space is a vacuum.
that, I just said that.
I was not paying attention.
I bet it would be hard to keep your mouth closed. Like if you were in a spaceship and, you know, the airlock opened up and all the air got sucked out of that room, I bet it would be very hard to try and keep your mouth closed and keep any air in your body.
That's true. I mean, see, but then again, this would help with science.
This is a terrible topic, and I should have not put it forth. But we did. We looked the grim specter of death right in the spooky eyelinered eyeballs.
And we told him, "You shall not pass."
You shall
We
not
did,
pass this macaroni pool that I'm going to dive into.
It's
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, sorry.
dude. Come on,
We're like so angry with him. Where'd you get it wrong?
get it right, dude.
This is a quick. We're not trying to
Sorry.
glorify or to say this is like a smart or good thing to do or to even meditate on. But I have a very weird way of handling my perception of reality, as do my good friends.
Yeah.
So it sometimes helps to talk about really bad, weird, grotesque things.
It is true.
Yeah,
I'm going to bring us up with a new segment I like to call Weird Things I Found at the Thrift Store.
I like this segment already.
What I'm holding in my hand, I'm going to try to describe the cover because I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Can I say that big word?
You can say the big word on it.
Dude! That's on the cover.
So it's a dude diary. Okay. There's this part of the thrift store that has like all these books. And I just happened upon this and was like, oh,
section.
that's cool. A dude diary. And like I have this fascination with going to thrift stores and looking at books to see if anybody leaves anything behind. Because like
boogers? Or
yeah, like there was like yeah, I collect them in a jar.
I knew it.
There was a elementary school yearbook, which I was like, that's weird, but I was also like, that's really weird if I were to just have that. Like, so obviously I didn't get it. But it's like,
How would you explain that to
that's what
anybody?
I'm saying. But it's
I
like
found that
also,
at a thrift store, and I was like, I like looking through
but then
that.
at the same time, why would you donate that? You know what I mean? Like that's a weird thing to donate.
My child's in this book.
So anyway, so this is called a dude diary. At the very top, it says Coke or Pepsi, and then next to it, it says Universe. So it says Coke or Pepsi, Universe, which almost is like, is that supposed to be the answer to that question? Anyway, so I went through.
Wait. You did not describe that inside cover.
Okay, the inside cover. Okay, so on the dude diary, first of all, there's like there's a
There's
traffic
like a
cone
sign that's crossing out diary.
Yeah, so
on diary.
first of all, it looks like it's crossing off diary, but it's just crossing off the A, I, and the R. So right now it says dude D. So duty.
Duty.
D.
Dude
So-
die.
And then there's also like a weird alien who looks like
That's
he's
like
from like the
Slender
Area
Man in the
51 memes,
background.
right?
Yeah, dudes
There's
love
Aliens.
aliens.
There's a planet. There's a
And-
silhouette of
and
a
skulls.
T-Rex. Yeah,
And
there's
caution things.
skulls.
Yeah, dudes love all these things.
Not a journal keeperus, Jude Kiss Rex.
What are you saying?
Dude, I don't know. Not a journal
Yeah, let's just
keeperist,
try
Dude
not
Kiss
to-
Rex.
yeah.
Okay, so I open up. The first thing is there's like a radar with like. So I'm assuming that those are UFOs.
What does that say?
It says scanning for humanoid intelligence, invasion imminent, incoming unidentified objects, and searching for dude kind. Down here in the
That sounds like the
lower
worst
corner.
species ever. Dude
Dude
kind.
So then there's like this thing that has like pipes and stuff, and it says like, oh, the most awesome video game, and then it says like Star Trek or Star Wars, and the kid who had this before crossed off the S in Star Wars, so now it just says Tar Wars.
Powerful, dude.
That was a power move on his part.
This is his full name. I'm not gonna read the full name, but it's from a kid named Chance.
Chance.
Chance would have a book like this.
This is like a skeleton with some
board
swim trunks.
shorts
Thank you.
on,
And then
yeah.
he looks like he's
Surfing.
like surfing on like an almond shell or like a pistachio shell.
It's a surfboard, but it's okay.
But then there's this page. It's all green, and it's just like a
Mad Libs? Is that
no,
like
it's not a Mad Libs. It's like a. It says like name, and then it has his name Chance, and then his middle and his last name.
What's his middle name?
I'm not saying any of
Say
that.
his middle
Say his
name.
middle name. What are the
It's it's a very specific. I'll bleep it if I have to. But then it goes down and it says like nickname. What would you go by if you were a secret agent? Your hometown, all this stuff. So let me just start.
Wait, you're gonna bleep the name. Just say the name. I want to at least hear it.
Chance. I can show you. Chance.
That is the whitest name I've ever
That's a
heard.
very white name.
Okay. So then it goes on. It says.
That sounds like a rifle brand.
So it has like his nickname, and it says nickname Bullet 37.
Nice.
Wow. Cool kid.
Name you would go by if you were a secret agent. And then I think it says Colton Sixter.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean,
yeah,
like
dude.
I'm conferring to Amon to. Does that
Colton Sixter.
not Sixter?
It's not Sixter.
Sixter.
Yeah, it's Sixter. The bullet 37 really goes with what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to cut all that. So now, you jerk.
And the Colton Sixter.
It says shoe size 3 men. It just says 3 men.
I don't.
3 whole men.
I don't want to read into that.
Why is that like?
Why is that part
Why
of
is
the
that?
list?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's your secret agent name? What's your shoe size?
size.
I don't have a fetish.
Mail this back to get a sticker.
Or a shoe.
The next question is,
Make sure to rub your feet on it.
dude, it does have like 2 more shoe questions on the other page that we'll get to.
Oh,
It says 2 things you can do at the same time. Ready?
okay.
Number 1, play video game.
And jerk off.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly, it doesn't say that.
Surprisingly, it does not say that. Although it says, okay, 2 things you can do at the same time. 1, play video game. 2, eat.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any scars?
That tracks.
Do you have any scars? No.
I don't believe
This
that.
This one's one of my favorite questions.
Not with a name like Chance.
Bullet 37 doesn't have any scars.
It's because he's dodging all
He's
them
not taking
bullets.
any
yeah.
risks.
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
emotional.
They are too. Who do you live with? And then it's, in parentheses it says people, pets, fungi, etc. Right? And so it wants you to like list like who you live with.
Who lives with mushrooms?
Chance just wrote people. He didn't
He's not wrong.
He didn't list their names. He just wrote people.
Hey, it says people there. That's a very misleading
that's
question
fair.
with those
That's fair.
parentheses there.
What are you awesome at? He put Call of Duty, Watch Dogs, and then something else that I can't make out.
This is pretty recent.
Is it okay?
Pretty recent.
And then it says, what do you stink at? And he put cleaning. Right?
So he literally stinks at cleaning.
Yes. And then there's 2 more shoe questions.
Okay.
One says, it asks if your shoe smells, and he says, "Oh
Okay.
yeah."
Oh yeah. Come get a whiff.
Check. It says,
Watch
"Oh
Dogs
yeah." Then it's
came
like a
out
check
in
mark.
2014.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
It's pretty recent. This is within the last 5 years.
yeah, I believe it. But then it says shoes you wear the most, and he puts just shoes.
You know the
Just
shoes
shoes.
kind?
He doesn't want to tell you. Okay?
I guess. I mean, he would talk about
He doesn't
video
wanna
games
tell his
for
own
days,
diary.
but he won't tell his own diary in case anything happens.
He just doesn't want the government to know what shoes he's wearing when he's on his secret missions.
That's fair. There's a couple more pages or I guess it's the next page. It says list all the candy bars that you can think of.
There's 4.
There are 4. There are 4 candy bars. Snickers, Butterfinger, Hershey, and Almond Joy. And I'll just confer to you. It says Almond Joy, Almend, and then Joy.
What an idiot.
Almond.
Well, it technically says Butterfinger.
Actually, it says Butterfinger.
Before.
Hold on, come on, give me it back.
No, that's an E.
That's not an E.
Yeah, you can see where they were like starting the form the
Okay.
line under, but it does say Buter.
So then nothing else is filled out, so I thought. And then just now before we started recording, I found out that there was this page. Number 1. Hold on. Is there a lead-in page?
No,
Nope. Okay.
they're all different.
Okay, it just
They're
starts out with
prompts.
this.
They're just prompts.
Number 1. Smell your armpits. There are 2 options. Fresh as a mountain breeze or needing some mega deodorizing. And he checked it needing some mega deodorizing.
Oh, gross.
God. Chance.
A little too honest.
What do you like on your hamburger? He put everything.
Too much deodorant.
2 things you want to do before you turn 16, and he just said, do Superman ride, and then nothing else. So that's his only goal. And
Trying to go to Six Flags.
I guess is that the
We're
Superman
learning a
in
lot
Six
of things
Flags?
about this
Yeah.
dude.
All right. It says that he's a total slob, and then it offers which is grosser, stepping in dog poo, or flyby bird dropping on you. And he chose dog poo.
I mean,
Oh my god, I did not read this beforehand. Sorry.
she's kind of freaking out.
The meanest thing you've ever...
You want me to read it?
No, I want to read it. It's my segment. The meanest thing you've ever done. Punch my baby sister.
Dang!
Savage Chance.
Oh
Chance.
God.
Bullet 37 taking down infants.
He prefers peanut M&Ms over plain. And then it says, "Ever been to the hospital?"
He's
yes.
a little nuts.
Nice.
Stop.
Nice.
See what I did there?
Hey, nice.
Ever been to the hospital? Yes. For what? He just put few things. So
For
not
that
going
baby punch.
probably. And then
Ooh, that's a write your own page. There's no
There's
prompt
a
on that
write your
page.
own
It's just
page.
what, graph
There's
paper?
like it's just graph paper in the back, and it just is just like, oh, you know, but you have to write it. I don't know. So I'm going through, and it's like there's like 4 blank pages until I get to the one that he actually wrote.
He wanted it to be a secret.
I guess
He didn't want all the
because
Goodwill people to
this is a
know.
big old secret. Hold on, I gotta fix this. This is a big old secret.
Did you lose the page?
No, it's in the very back. Shut up. Give me a second.
She tries to
Okay.
find the page.
I kiss my weenie.
Why would you write that? Even if you did do it.
Oh, Chance.
For
Oh
the
my
one
God.
time he spells everything correctly.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
I
my
kiss
God.
my weenie.
It looks like he was like drunk when he wrote that.
It's the best thing, dude, and that's all. That's the
He
whole.
had to sign it too.
Yeah,
at
that's
the other
everything
page.
that he's written in this book. Oh
Here's
God.
my shoe size. I kiss my weenie.
I
Also,
punched my
send me
baby
that free
sister.
sticker.
I punched my baby sister. Oh man.
I kiss my lady.
So that is weird things that I found at a thrift store.
That was pretty special.
So at least we're ending on a happy note.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being a part of this really groundbreaking sort of experience.
We sort of covered a lot today.
Yeah. A lot of it's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
I think for all of us. Thank you so much. If you listen to this, I again don't know how you made it through, but if you did, I'm proud of you.
Write
and
us
I
if you
love
have.
Yeah. That'd
And
be
we'll
cool.
send
Send
you a
us your
sticker.
shoe size.
Send me your shoe size and maybe rub your foot on the paper too. And
Yeah.
I'll send you a sticker.
Simon's into that.
Just kidding. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Don't do
Don't
any
send
of that.
us your elementary yearbook either.
No, please don't.
Dana will
I can go get
treasure
one at a
it,
thrift store. I don't well not
but
treasure it.
She doesn't want them.
You know people still write hags.
Why?
Have a good summer.
Yeah. Or have a great summer.
Oh.
Or have all the words that came to mind were bad words.
Okay.
so I'm
Well,
not
don't
gonna-
say the big
yeah.
old cusses.
Not like what cuss word starts with G?
Oh, the worst one.
The worst one.
No, that's only the first half of that.
No.
Is it all one word?
I was making a joke. I don't know.
Yeah, I was making a joke
No,
too.
okay. No, but really the worst one.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
And here it is.
Here it is.
And you can just add a bleep
yeah.
there, post.
Yeah. And then just fade into the
Thanks,
music.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.